Prentiss here again. The word for today is going to be courage. Uh, the reason I picked that word is because it was on my mind last night. I think courage, more than anything else, is the trait I admire the most. Because for most of my life, I didn't have it, simply put. When I was a kid, I was afraid of a lot of things. I was afraid nobody would like me. I was afraid I would get hurt. I was afraid of, I don't know. So I was always restricting myself because I didn't want to take too many risks because I was afraid. And even when I got older, there were a lot of things I was afraid of. I mean, I wasn't afraid of the right things, the things that would make sense to be afraid of. Like, I think a lot of people are afraid of being bitten by a poisonous snake, whereas I didn't really think about that sort of thing. And I wasn't afraid of like a snarling dog or death, even. I was afraid of stuff like being rejected or looking stupid. And I had every bit as much fear about those things as other people would have about the things I mentioned at first. It was like paralyzing. But they say that the best way to get over fear is to face it. And I suppose that's what's happened with me. Because that was something I was more afraid of than anything else. It's more something I was afraid of seeing happen. Something that seemed likely would happen one day, but I figured I'd have time to deal with it before it did happen. Or deal with that fear before it did happen. And it didn't. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm referring to the death of someone that, a specific person that, shall we say, meant a great deal to me. And, yep, she died at 25. And as bad as I expected that to be, it was even worse. I felt, to say I felt hopeless doesn't really seem like a strong enough word to use. But I guess that's the closest I can get. So I felt hopeless. I felt like nothing was ever going to matter again. And that might end up being true. But maybe not. See, the thing about this person was, she wasn't completely fearless. But when it came to it, she, as Lady Macbeth said, screwed her courage to the sticking place. And she did what she had to do. That's one of the things I admired about her. She would try to do the same thing for me. You know, if I was nervous about something, which even now I still was, she would, you know, she would just touch my shoulder or grab my hand or something and say, you know, it's okay. You can get through this. And then I did. But now she's not there to do that anymore. So I had to find my own courage. I know this might sound dumb, but what works for me is when I start to feel that nervousness come up, I just say, "Courage, Prentiss," and then I just do whatever it is I'm afraid to do, and that's working so far. Which it hasn't been anything, you know, incredibly terrifying, anything where I was really in danger of anything. It's just those stupid, nervous little things. But yeah, so I think I'm finally finding my courage, and I think it's helping me to be the person that I really ought to be. I wish Tosh could have seen that. But I kind of believe even when someone passes on, they still see you in a way. They know whether you're doing okay or not. And I hope she's happy. I hope her soul's at peace. And this might also might sound kind of dumb, but I want to live for both of us. You know, I want to. Well, I suppose that's best left for another vlog. Point is, well, I value courage more now than ever. There's a line I like to use. As far as I know, I've made it up. I don't think anybody said anything exactly like this before. I mean, if anybody knows different, feel free to tell me. I'd like to know. But the line I like to use is the difference between. Hmm, I can't even remember what the line is. No, not the difference between. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's overcoming fear. Yeah, that's what it is. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's overcoming fear. I think the line I was thinking of before is the difference between courage and stupidity is results. I'm pretty sure that one's original too. But since it has to do with courage, I'm just gonna leave it in there. Yeah. So I guess I've been rambling long enough. I don't know if I had a point to make or if I made any sense at all. But I guess that's all I had to say. So thanks for watching. And until next time, this interview is over.